Ever since I started playing Path of Exile, I've been getting asked, hey, do you have any suggestions for this? Or, hey, do you have any suggestions for that? So I decided to come up with a video that gives you guys 5 tips on how to enhance your gameplay with Path of Exile. And maybe if you stick to the end, there's one more bonus one. Let's go! First things first, you have to make sure that you pick the correct league. Standard League never resets. Ancestor League, it resets about once every 3 months, and your character in Ancestor League will get transferred to the Standard League at the beginning of a new league, okay? And the economy resets with the Ancestor League every 3 months, so it just kind of gives the game a fresh reboot, and it makes it a little bit more fun, so that way things don't get too crazy with the Standard League, that where like nothing ever changes. So like the economy in the Standard League is absolutely absurd. It's been, you know, happening for like 10 plus years. But in Ancestor League, it's a fresh economy every 3 months. You're able to trade, and prices don't get absolutely ridiculous in the Ancestor League. So if you're wanting to go either play style, if you want something that never resets, you go Standard. If you want the content that happens every 3 months, you go Ancestor. And now if you are absolutely like hardcore Ancestor League, if your character is killed in hardcore Ancestor, it becomes a standard character. So if you are a seasoned Path of Exile player, then that's the one that you want to go, but normally people just go Ancestor. The second tip that we'll be giving today is research a build. Okay, listen, I know that if you've been watching my content that I have been doing a blind playthrough my first go around, but I'm really starting to notice a lot of things that are happening with me going in blind. So I do suggest that if you are a brand new player or a seasoned player, to make sure that you research a build. Don't just go willy-nilly like me. I mean, I don't even know. I have no idea. I'm just now getting into the part of the game where I'm starting to understand the skills, but like when I first started, I was just going with whatever, you know what I mean? So if you haven't done it yet, research a build, look up what everything does, and roll with it, you know, roll with that build. Once you start becoming more familiar with the game, then if you want to start steering away from other directions, then you can do that. Also, you know, with the build, you want to make sure that you get the right gems and the right sockets for your gear. That will help you tremendously, especially with the leveling process. And there is a ton of leveling guides out there, so make sure you look one up and get the right skills and the right sockets and start going ham on everything. Number 3, the move only button. Dude, the move only button saved my life. It was probably one of the best things that happened to me in this game, because when I first started playing, I was constantly clicking. I couldn't do it, dude. I literally was like, oh my god, the movement in this game is absolutely absurd. Everything about the attacking, everything was clunky. Nothing wanted to work well for me. Nothing felt smooth. And then one day, someone stopped in the stream and they said, move your left button to move only. And I said, what are you talking about? So let me show you for all the new players. Right down here, if you follow my mouse, move only. If you left click that, it brings up your skills, and there is a move only. You select that. Once you select that, you left click and hold, and your character just runs free. See how easy that is? And it makes your attacking so much easier. Took me a minute to realize that, but once I did, I realized that that was definitely a top 5 thing that you need to know in this game. So now you say, what is the next one? Well, let's find out. Number 4. All right, so the 4th tip that we're going to be giving is get your resistance up. All right, now listen, there's been a lot of boss fights that I've gone through. There's been a lot of just anything, you know, all the creeps, all the monsters that have just beat me down because I have not had enough resist. Resists in this game are crucial, so make sure that you get your resist up. Go to the defense tab. You can hit C. It brings up your defenses. It brings up your fire resist, your cold resist, your lightning resist, your chaos resist. Now for early game, you don't need to worry too much about chaos resist, but you really need to try to get fire, cold, and and lightning, the minimum up to 75%. However you make that happen is however you make that happen, but that is the standard. If you get to 75, you shouldn't need any more. Okay, but like as you can see, my ring has 27% fire resist. My other ring has 27. So my fire resist right now is at 75%. My other ones are a little low. I am still currently working on my other resist, but the standard is you want to get 75%. It will help you tremendously with not dying, and you don't want to die, and that will increase your fun in the game for boss fights and etc. You know, just anything that you do. So Tonky, you say, what is the next tip? Tip number 5. Well, this one is probably the most important, so let's get on to it. Tip number 5. The most important tip that I could give you guys, and that is tip number 5. Just have fun. I know that it sounds ridiculous. I know that it even sounds cheesy, but it is so true. Whenever you're playing this game, everything will seem overwhelming. You got a huge map tree. You have a huge gym sockets and support items and skills that you can load up. There's a huge list of gems that you can buy. This is just one of them, and it will all seem very overwhelming. I promise you it is not, okay? I promise you it's not. And just put your head down, have fun, keep playing, research a build, learn some content every day. Just learn one new thing. Don't try to learn it all on one day. It won't work. Learn one new thing a day. Take it with you, move on, learn something new the next day, learn something new the next day. That's how you have to play this game. If you try to get it all in one day, you will burn yourself out, you will lose your mind, and you will not come back. So let's get it. Bonus tip, let's go. Bonus tip. All right, so a lot of people don't use this, but I want to show you it. A lot of people don't use it. Bonus tip is item filters. So how do you get to item filters? You want to hit escape, go to options, go to game, and right here is item filters. All right, you can start off with default if you would like, but you need to make sure that you at least start with default. That is very big. Also, if you want to, you can go to a website, and it's called NeverSync. Okay, the NeverSync website, you can literally download or copy a item filter. Then if you go to the Path of Exile's website, then you can copy that item filter into the Path of Exile website. Then when you log into the game, you can use the item filter that you put on to your account, and then it will make whenever anything dies and you have items laying all over the ground, it will, you know, make them glow. It'll make them sound, you know, things will happen, and then you guys won't get as, you know, looking around and being like, oh my gosh, what is all of this? I promise you that it'll help you make sure you do it. Let's go. Path of Exile is a fantastic game. I love it. I can't wait to get to the very end of this game, end game, and start doing league content. I wanted to bring this video to anybody that needed a little bit of help with the game, because I've been getting asked a lot of questions. So hopefully this helps you guys. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. We did unlock memberships, so if you guys would like to become a Tonk Nation member, make sure you hit that membership button. Also, go binge watch some of my other content right here and find out why we stopped playing Diablo 4 and anything else. Let's go, guys. You know what? Have a great rest of your day. Cheers.